elevated, I'm hella faded.
Alright, so this is going to be a all sign general reading. Ooh. High Priestess and Nine of Pentacles. Let's see. Maybe someone's kind of thinking about how grateful they are, or maybe that's kind of the mindset you should be tapping into, is grateful for your surroundings as well as your intuition. It might have helped you quite a bit. So we're going to do a past, present, and future. I will elaborate on the whole spread, but then go more in depth for the past and present and take the future into the extended. Please like and subscribe so I can keep doing these and upload them every day. Oh, someone might be like, I don't know, needs to say something, or it's almost like my throat is just like burning. Maybe someone's not feeling good. I don't know what's going on with your throat. I would. It is. It's like a constricting, like a. Okay. Alright, here in past energies you have Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Eight of Swords reversed. I kind of see like a quick change of movement or thought. And like once this decision is made to move forward in this way, and I think it has a lot to do with limiting belief systems maybe that you might have, or in an area that you may feel stuck. Maybe there was like this kind of uplifting of that. Because I see you almost kind of like taking back control of your brain a little bit here. And kind of requiring balance and kind of really making the decision to move away from this entrapment. You felt kind of stuck in a certain situation, or maybe your perspective had changed, or it has changed. The Moon, Ten of Cups, and the Emperor. The Moon reversed to me, I feel like, you know, when it's I don't like to think that it's like a gloomy card, but I feel like when you're in that energy of like walking along the moon, that path that you're on, it's kind of gloomy because it's very introspective, and you kind of see a lot of things that, you know, in the light of day you wouldn't see. But I do see that this is something that has been helpful to you, and I don't know necessarily, maybe that's what you've changed, is how you look at uncovering these things. You know, you're looking at it in a different way, almost as if it's something that's, and it is something that will lead you to an emotional fulfillment. The Emperor reversed, you know, maybe there are still some areas that you are just kind of figuring out that you may lack consistency, leadership, or, you know, the Emperor is very structured. He's very, you know, he kind of has all his ducks in a row, and he knows what each one of those ducks are doing. Maybe you need to have a little bit more structure, or maybe you just kind of need to stop telling yourself you can't do that. The Tower in your future, Four of Cups and Queen of Cups. This reminds me like someone's in their feels, you know? It's just, Four of Cups is sometimes seen as boredom, or It could even be, you know, an opportunity that feels like it might be missed because you're not able to see it. This is a very, I know we haven't really elaborated on the cards yet, but it's a very, like, general, which is funny since it's an general all sign reading. But I'm not picking up on any, like, one business or love, or, you know, it's just kind of in a lot of different areas. And it might be that you're kind of looking at, like, full circle yourself as, like, a person. Maybe you're kind of thinking about sometimes that you really, maybe you acted in a certain way that, you know, maybe blocked things from coming in, or you were given things and you didn't realize how much of a blessing they were. But I do see you slowly moving into your feeling and your emotions. So that shows that you're kind of leaning into figuring out what it is and why it still makes you feel that way. I'm going to look at the past here. Let's see. For your past, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, and Eight of Swords. A lot of swords in your past. So, like, I really mentally, things I think are, or started to in the past. It was almost like the sudden, like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. Either this isn't working, or it's mentally exhausting, you know, but something, and it's just like something clicked. But then that also brought in these other realizations in these areas. And it was mixed, you know, I do think there was some, you know, what do they call them, a compliment sandwich, you know, it's like you had some crap here and you have some crap here, but look at what, you know, is going on here. That's kind of how I feel. Hold on a second. Sorry, someone's in my backyard. Now my dogs are freaking out. Alright. Alright. So for those of you for business, I do feel this is like maybe you were doing something, work, and then you realized, you know what? It's not working. Which is fine. That's, you know, the process. That's how you learn. You don't learn by getting everything right all the time. So maybe this was like kind of an abrupt, I'm doing this and I'm continually doing this, but it's really not working. Maybe I should change it or pursue another area. But I do see this kind of relating to work, assets, you know, stability. Maybe you're, like I said down here, what was needed to be implemented up here might have been that, you know, stability and consistency and things, doing things in a way that will actually produce things. You know, the King of Pentacles, he is a master manifester. Like anything in the 3D that he wants, money or possessions or, you know, anything, he's just very, he knows what works. You know, when you get to a certain level, you know what works. For those of you with a love situation, I'm getting that this could have been something that was kind of maybe either did a turnabout real quick or, you know, something shifted really quickly. This could be someone you work with or something that you've been working on with someone, like a relationship. Five of Swords is still there. And, you know, I'm not sure if it's coming from this person or if it's still coming, like, from you, because you still had all these swords. So this could be both. It could be one person. Maybe you saw or thought someone did something that, like, maybe you wouldn't have done. Or, it feels, yes, like gray clouds a lot of time in tarot, sometimes they symbol like wisdom, you know, but in a lot of the cards, they're painted in a way that shows wisdom through certain experiences. So this would be wisdom gained through an experience of dealing someone maybe with, maybe they're real cunning, or they're real, I don't want to say manipulative, but, you know, it definitely is strategic, but it's almost like have to win at all costs kind of an energy. Let's move on to, and you might have changed direction going towards this person simply because you were able to resolve all this. Because usually when we're like vibrating on a certain level, we'll attract a certain type of people. People are like, oh, I don't always keep going for the same person. Well, that's because that's what you're attracting right now. But if you were to change something, then you would, you know, open yourself up to something else. So, like, maybe that's what changed, is like all this stuff is kind of, you're figuring this stuff out, so it's changing. Oh, Star, Death. You're definitely being, sorry about my dog. You're definitely being kind of guided through this motion of emotions, and I think it's serving a purpose, almost like a rebirth. A lot of people are going through that. That's actually something I'm noticing quite a bit, is people are going through these death and rebirth processes, and it's clearing out, you know, all this junk and stuff that kind of maybe we've told ourselves we wanted. Yeah. So, and all of the purpose for all of it is to be able to receive and offer love in a stable way. And that includes like tearing down a lot of junk, you know, like it really, that takes work to emotionally know what you want, and then to also have your mental capacity in a balanced place. You know, it's definitely, it's a process, you know, it's like starting a business. You have to learn what works for you, what gives you the most fulfillment, what doesn't. Lovers on the bottom. So yeah, coming into, I think, unity within yourself. That's, and everyone always, it's a twin flame card. No, it's not always a twin flame card. Sometimes it's just about, you know, your inner structure, you know, being balanced in both those areas, because it's important. So I think that everything that you've going through or gone through or dealt with is kind of leading you to this safe place for you to either give or receive love. So that leads me to believe, and then in the extended, we'll probably see in what way will you be receiving or giving love. Let's see where we at as far as time. I can't really see. It looks very, I mean, it looks rough, you know. It's not going to be easy to sort through all these things, you know, and kind of admit to yourself areas that you're not perfect. That's not easy, but it is serving a purpose. You know, this rebirth is serving a purpose, so I would keep that in mind. You see, it actually kind of looks like, doesn't it? Interesting. All right, I'm going to get you a fortune cookie card and play that Mega Millions tonight. If you win, remember we heard the numbers, right? So, oops. Happiness measures a person's real worth. That is perfect, especially since that's what you're kind of uncovering here, is what makes you, you know, happiest. All right, 31, 18, 17, 4, 47, and 41. keep an eye out for numbers that lead to 11, like 47, 74, you know, stuff like that. All right, I'm going to see you in the extended, and thank you so much. It was an honor to read for you, and I'll see you tomorrow, right?